There we go. We's on. Hey, stop singing.
Oh, let's sit up.
Here, we're gonna do the video, okay? We're gonna do the first family vacation vlog because we had such a
great adventure.
super awesome adventure, super memorable experience yesterday. So it was really good. So we'll start. That we were gonna go ride the RZR up in the mountains. We're here in Montana, Dayton, Montana, near Flathead Lake. And so there's a trail up here called the Wild Bill Trail. And we were gonna go up and ride that. And you know, obviously we never been here, new to the area, don't really know anything about it. And like, this is the map that they give you to for the trails. And so we, my uncle though, my aunt and uncle are here, and so they have a new nice truck, and they hooked up to our trailer, and we headed up the mountain yesterday. We kind of got a late start. Emma is still lifting, so she lifted, got her weightlifting out of the way, and we just kind of got everything ready and moved up towards the mountain once my uncle picked us up, and we went up the mountain. And like, seriously, right here on the map, it says Blacktail Road Trailhead. And so that's what we were looking for. Driving a ways up the mountain, we get up there and we see that exact sign. We pull in on the road, we go back in there, and we get out, drop the RZR out, get everything ready, take a picture. My uncle, he's a pretty funny guy, so he's just taking a picture saying like, last time I see the hex, you know, because we're heading into the mountains, like seriously by ourselves, you know, into the mountains up here in Montana. And so the mountains are big, and so so we headed out. He drove off. He was going to pick us up back later. We got there, we got ready, we were leaving out of there about 12:45, 1 o'clock, and then he was going to pick us up at 7 in the same area. And so we get ready to head out of there. He drives off, and we go to where the trailhead was, and it's for people on bikes and like hikers, no motorized vehicles. So we just gotta, you know, just go with the flow, change it. We head out of there, head up the mountain further. Figure the turnout's gonna be further up that way. We go up the mountain, still, I don't know, several miles, probably another 5 miles maybe or something at least. And we knew that we wanted to get over to the Wild Bill Trail, and the way to get there, you have to go over to the Truman Saddle. We seen a sign for the Truman Saddle, and so that sign was 13 miles. So we said, well, we'll go 13 miles to the Truman Saddle. Took those roads, pretty good roads, driving over in that area, and then obviously there's bears up in this area. We had seen some. We went to the ranger station, and they got black bear in the area, and they got grizzly bear in the area. So first thing, we ended up seeing, what did we see?
Grizzly bear.
And what did it look
Big
like?
fat grizzly bear. No, like a baby. It was a baby, which is even worse.
It was a baby grizzly bear. So then obviously you're kind of, oh, where's the mom? You know, I think the mom already took off over the hill. But the baby was still like as bigger than a German Shepherd size, so super fluffy, way cute. So that was awesome. Made it to the Truman Saddle, and then we did the Wild Bill Trail, which is set up for Jeeps. Awesome trail, like really cool. The Jeep groups up here, I think there's 2 of them, have set up like obstacle courses basically that you can ride over and going up and down. So we got some cool pictures of that, and so that was fun. We got up, we got the Wild Bill Trail knocked out, done some other crazy stuff riding around, and then we wanted to try another trail. Didn't know if it was going to be worse, harder, more difficult, or if it was going to be better. Ended up that one, when we came out off of that onto that trail, was kind of like a nice road, like a good, well, a trail and a road. So that was pretty cool. But as we get onto that road, all of a sudden we ended up, the belt broke. So since I changed everything out on the buggy, put portals on it, bigger tires, stuff like that, but wasn't able to get the clutch adjusted. And so right now I can really tell that it was hard on the belt, and man, it broke that belt. And so I have every tool that I need to work on that buggy, but if you don't have a belt, that thing is not going to move.
Well, we do have a belt.
So it ends up, I do have a belt. It's down in the trailer, which is a ways away.
With Uncle Bob.
So with my uncle. So, like, well, really the only option is at that point it was, what time was it?
4.
It was like 4 o'clock, a little after 4. So we just figured we're gonna go ahead, walk out of there, and since we had already went 13 miles to get to the Truman Saddle, and then we're still up above that, the map says that, you know, there's other trailheads that are further over. So we didn't have any cell phone service. We started hiking out, and then we got over down into the Truman Saddle, got some reception over there, and then called my uncle or texted him and let him know, hey, we're broke down. Instead of going 13 miles back this other way, which we had came, we're gonna just go down to one of the other trailheads and then come out that way. And then we were texting with him, and he's going back to get the bell and get the trailer and gonna meet us over at the other trailhead and all that. So it started out, we got to the Truman Saddle, that was a ways. And then we said we'd walk 3 miles to the other trailhead, and then it ended up getting over, well, it was a couple miles to one piece, and then over to the trailhead. So that was already like 5 or 6 miles by the time we get there. And when we're getting there, nobody's telling my uncle like how to get to that trailhead, and nobody knows the area, nobody knows how to get up in there. So we were walking out, and then that's when like we were just texting them, and they couldn't get to us, and we just was like, well, we're gonna have to go. Told Joe, like, we're not gonna like this.
No, we were following MapQuest, and then all of a sudden the trail ends. It's like all mountain forest.
Yeah.
So where are we supposed to go from there?
So yeah, we're trying to, as we got service, we're trying to follow this map, and we're following the MapQuest, where it's telling us like, oh yeah, go over here, and that's everything that's shut off. We're finding out like everything's shut off, everything's blocked off. That's why my uncle can't get up to us. So we just had to literally just make it up. And so we had to go around barbed wire and go up mountains and through the woods and whatever. And then we were talking, it was funny, we were putting on bug spray. And so we're putting on bug spray. Probably should have done a class on how to use, you know,
bear repellent.
It's a bear repellent.
Bear spray.
Bear spray, whatever. So we're talking, and Emma is like trying to figure out, like, well, if I do see a bear, she's the one carrying it. If I see a bear, what am I supposed to, you know, she's thinking, like, I got to spray this on me, because that's how we were just doing, you know, with the bug spray. So we had a laugh about that. That was pretty awesome. So explain to Emma that you spray the bear spray at the bear. And so we take off, and we had to go through the woods and down the mountain. And so I'm carrying Ella basically the whole time. And so it's already like,
come in.
Come in.
That's Uncle Bob and Kay coming
We're
in.
doing the video right now. Yeah.
They can come sit.
Come on, you can sit. So, doing the video right now.
Of your trip.
Of the trip.
Say hi.
So,
Hi.
So
Have a seat, guys.
that
It's almost done. You see it?
so you gotta lean in though, okay? You gotta lean in that way. So that sit right here, Bob. So we were trying to make our way to my Uncle Bob and Kay, and that's what we were just explaining. Like, they could not get to us because everything was shut down. So we ended up going through the mountain, down the mountain.
Going through a barbed wire fence.
Yeah. So basically, when we get down, it was like we get into somebody's big backyard, large backyard, we're walking through there, and there's vehicles and everything, and I'm asking Joe if she's ever seen the movie Wrong Turn.
Yes, I have.
So, you know, you got all those, I don't know, there's dozens so cars in the field, and that was pretty awesome. So we had to go basically through that dude's yard and get through there, and then it's, you know, it's got a gate and whatever. So then, what the sign say?
The sign had a picture on the door. On the doors had a sign with going, and then it said no trespassing. So
Yeah,
that
we're
was
on
nice.
their property,
That was
getting
nice.
out of it.
So yeah, we were on the property getting out, and you see the signs as we were leaving that say that. But it was basically like the fastest way to meet God is like by going onto the property. You know, he's going to shoot or whatever. So that was awesome. We finally met up with my aunt and uncle, and when we were leaving out of there, I seen a RZR. So we was just like, well, let's talk to whoever owns that, and then they would know how to get back into. Back up in there because we just basically probably traveled at least 10 miles down and around out of that area. So talking to that guy, and he basically said, no, you can't make it up that way. The only way is where we were headed out in the morning earlier. And so, which was not a good thing, because then at that point we're thinking we got to walk 13 miles, and my uncle's got a super nice platinum truck. Like, we're not going to go through the woods in that truck, so we're thinking we got to go 13 miles back in there. It's already getting like 7:30ish, and we got to go all the way back around. So then start looking at the map a little bit more. Everybody's thinking like, oh, maybe we should wait until tomorrow and rent another buggy and drive in and pick it up or whatever.
He'd rather leave me there than his buggy.
I would not leave my wife, but I'm telling you, I was not leaving my buggy in the woods. Like, that's not happening. So, but it was getting late at that point. Here in Montana, it's crazy. Like, the sun stays up until 10 o'clock. Like, it's unreal. So we still had a little bit of time. As we looked at in the map, my uncle drive us around, looked at the map a little bit more. What looks like the trailhead was where we were. We basically had to go all the way up to the top of the mountain to even get into that trailhead.
Oh, we found it.
So we found the trailhead. Now, the thing is, like, to get rid of 13 miles around the mountain, if you go up and over the mountain through there, it shortened the distance. We were thinking like 3-4 miles or whatever. So Joanne and I left the kids with my aunt and uncle and took off. Like, literally ran through the mountains.
8:35 at night.
Yeah. Left them about 8:35, and then Joe and I made it back there like super good before the sun went down.
It was going down, but
It was close.
yeah, it was close. It was dark, getting dark.
Joe swears she keeps seeing like bear tracks and all that
I saw
stuff
bear tracks and
as we're
food.
moving. So she was very motivated to move to the buggy as soon as possible.
That was my voice.
She's like talking about how we need to start up the motor and make it loud and scare off the animals so that the bears don't get us. So it was awesome. We made it back, and then I'm trying to put the belt on, and it's a brand new belt, super hard to get on. I think Joe was a little bit nervous.
I
Like,
did not want to walk back or jog back. Whatever.
yeah. At that point, we'd already done what was 15 miles. Got the belt on. Thank the Lord. Like, that was.
We ran 5 miles.
That was, yeah,
But
so we-
in total 15 for the
So
day.
we ran 5 miles back in there, but it was like up over the mountains and through. So that was awesome. And so we made it out. It ended up being like
10:25.
10:25.
10:25.
Oh yeah, everyone in the back.
So yeah, they were placing bets like
When we get back.
or I think it was probably more if we would get back.
Would, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But that was awesome. It ended up being super good day.
And then we
Good
went to
experience. Really good experience.
Went to the bar at midnight and ate.
Yeah, ended up the only
best
place
burger.
that was to eat was Spinnaker down in town. So at a
Really
bar.
good.
So we hit up the bar, and it was super
Ate a
awesome.
burger.
Super great experience.
Pizza.
And, like, super memorable. I know the girls, or I know Emma will like literally never forget that. She did so good.
She did 10 miles.
She did
so-
10 miles moving out through the woods, which was awesome. So super proud of her. Joe and I ran all the way back in there. That was super
You
great.
walked, I ran.
So that was really good. Ella played it quite a bit. If I did set her down, she would like squat down and be like, "I'm so tired."
She didn't
Like,
even walk.
I'm so tired. And then I'd put her up on my back again, and she would giggle. And
Way to
then,
go.
So,
That was a lot of weight on your shoulder.
so it was good. We had an awesome
And Kay and
experience.
Bob, thanks to them, they waited around for hours. So
Hours. So,
couldn't have done it without them. We
but
would've-
it was awesome. So
There was
good
no
experience.
watching involved on our
No.
part.
So, but that's it. That's
It
cool.
was a good day. It was a good, memorable day.
Yeah. So just wanted to put that out there. Super hard to text all that into a Facebook post. So, cool. Anything else?
No,
Yeah. You want to close it out?
until the next adventure.
Wait, what?
I said you want to close it out.
Oh, I
Good.
don't know.
Awesome. Thanks for watching.
So.
Peace.